Hey there, fellow sim farmers. I'm Farmer Edge, and welcome back to the Mega Farm. It is actually quite nice to be back on the farm. I miss this place quite a bit after spending quite a bit of time at our Top Wheel test track. But now it's time to get some farming done again and come and make sure that everything is good here on the farm. Just standing here in the wheat field, admiring our lovely wheat as it grows. Sitting now at 6 out of 8 growth stages. So yeah, 2 months from now, we get to harvest all of that. Looks like it goes on forever. Nothing there. So today, I want to expand on our dairy operation. Seeing as how we bought, I think it's called Farm, Snowcap Mountain Farm. On the other side, what I refer to as the blue farm. You might be able to see it just at the end there. I want to actually go and put. Wow, this road is really busy and really noisy. As you record, then all the cars come. I want to go and put some cows in that cow barn and put some tracks in and decorate it a little bit, and then probably also um, build a new cow barn on one of the new fields that we actually bought. So there's a few things I just wanted to talk through a little bit before we got on to expanding those cow farms. And the first of them is an upgrade to one of my favorite mods, and that is the Quick Vehicle Select mod by Pluto Gaming. I was starting to get a little bit stressed on the farm here because I love that mod and the way I can just flip between vehicles and get around the farm so nicely. And I had a bit of a problem with the 35 vehicle limit because I had reached that limit, and now I was starting to stress about how I was actually going to add more vehicles in this growing farm because we're just adding more and more fields, and it would have gotten just really so difficult to actually get stuff done. So luckily, I got to speak to Pluto Gaming, and he has done a wonderful upgrade to his mod. So now, if you press tab, before it only showed you the vehicles that you had in one screen. Now you actually have, so you have these ability to add these tabs at the top now. So you've got all vehicles here. You can add other tabs. So I've got a tractors tab. I've got a harvesting tab, logistics, and just others tab, which I haven't added anything into just yet. So as you can see, the nice thing about this, and on the all vehicles one, you can now scroll as well, and any of them. So you can actually add a lot more vehicles. So this completely solved my problem with having too many vehicles. And the nice thing you did was add these tabs, so you don't have to scroll endlessly. When you have a lot of vehicles, I know all my tractors are here, all my harvesting equipment is here, and mowers, and all my logistics trucks and all that over here. So this is just absolutely awesome. It's a game changer for me. And just one thing, if you didn't know, you can rearrange the tractors within this group here. So you can put the tractors you use, say, at the top, and maybe ones you use less. So let's say I wanted these JCBs a little bit further to the top. I could easily just click and drag this JCB over there, and it would always be there now. So it stays in the same order all the time. So yeah, thank you to Pluto Gaming for doing this. It's awesome, and it's definitely going to help me to expand on this farm a lot more than I would have been able to with the mod. And I think that has also helped me now to going to the next part is by what I'm going to be doing going forward. And I might go insane doing this, but I'm going to be reducing any of my vehicles that have unrealistic capacity. So any vehicles, trailers, implements, and all of that, I'm going to get them all down. Maybe not in one episode, but maybe over a couple of them. Just get them down to realistic equipment. And then when we do fields like this, it's just going to be about making sure I can organize a lot more vehicles to actually do the harvest, or I'm going to take forever to do it. So the nice thing about having the ability now to add all those extra vehicles is that's going to be able allow me to actually get that done. So yeah, so as we go around, I am going to slowly but surely reduce the limit of all my pieces of equipment. So I think then the first thing I want to do is actually just get across this side and jump into this JCB over here. And I'm going to go over to one of our trailers. Just actually get in there. Oh, that plane is noisy. And I swear, I think it comes over like literally every 5 minutes. Wow, and it makes a lot of noise. So I've added some extra little auto drive tracks in, also to get the equipment a little bit more automated. I can now get the tractor to obviously reverse over here, pull out, and I'll show you when it gets to the trailer on the other side, our TMR trailer, which we use to move our TMR around the farm and into the cow barns. So I've given them now the ability to be able to reverse right in front of the trailer. And as you can see, I can just press the connect attach tool at the moment and he can drive straight out of there. So I just have to press Q, he attaches, and I can actually just select where I want him to go. So I'm going to send him off to the workshop and off he goes. So yeah, nice and nifty now with all the auto drive stuff. And thank you to a lot of community members, because a lot of people have given me a lot of good advice on how to actually connect up different lanes and change different things around. So definitely thank you very much to everyone for that. It's definitely going to make my life a lot easier, especially as I try to now move away from these unrealistic trailers and move back to a lot of the more realistic trailers. There's going to be a lot more driving up and down, a lot more picking up and getting stuff done. Just going to stop him over here. I actually want him to go to the side workshop there. So this trailer is one of those trailers. I have it's 150,000 liters. And I want to get it back down. So I don't want to sell them at the moment because I'm worried about money at the moment. I don't have that endless pool of money anymore. So I'm going to just get these down to their standard capacity. Where is that? It's over here. So we get them down to standard. And I had a look at I think it's the Pottinger, or there's another trailer of a similar size to this and a similar sort of horsepower rating and weight. And also what I have done is I've turned on weight settings or the trailer weights already. So I can't just fill this thing sometimes all the way up to that 45,000 liters if it hits the weight limit. So that's also sort of another limitation I've put on myself. So I think that will be it. We'll just customize, at least in this sense now. It doesn't cost me anything, but we have proper trailers. So I'm going to send. Wait, need to connect the trailer first. Okay, I haven't connected this track yet, so that's why I still have to drive them forward in that one. But I will, as we go, I will start connecting more and more of these guys up. So what I want to do is just send this trailer off now to pick up food and drop it off at our cow barns. And the trailer should now go and fill up all our cow barns as they normally do. So we'll just watch him a little bit. I just want to make sure that the trailer is down to its 45,000 limit, and it is on a weight limit. I'm not sure if it'll hit that. We'll keep an eye on it, and yeah, then we'll get to doing some of the cow barns. Sorry about that. I forgot to change his trailer to TMR, and I was wondering, like, why is he just sitting there? What's going on? Oh my word, I've broken something. Okay, I just forgot to change it to TMR. It was still sitting on alfalfa. But as you can see on the side, yep, he's only picking up 45,000 liters now, so more realistic for this trailer. And yep, he'll just have to do a lot more rounds. Damn, there goes that aeroplane again. Oh, that thing's noisy. Okay, so he's gonna go around and do what he needs to do, and we're gonna jump into our MOG and take a drive down to our new blue farm. I'll remember what the name of that farm is one day. So we're here at the new farm. Let's take a look what the name is. Yes, Snowcap Hollow. Okay, I got the Snowcap part right. I just thought it was like Snowcap Mountain or something. Okay, Snowcap Hollow. I'll have to remember that all the time. And we are at our new cow barn. Quite a cool cow barn, I must say. Let's check out here. One thing I really love about this cow barn is the windows. I mean, it's like so open, so like airy. And then it's got that. That is so cool. Cows can sit here, eat their food, and look out onto the field. So I love that. So yeah, I mean, this cow barn, the nice thing about this one is, well, if you can see on the side, I can put up to 500 cows here, and it can take quite a bit of food. 750,000, handle 875,000 liters of slurry. So, and we've got a lovely big meadow. A little bit sparse on the trees. I think I'll add a few trees here just to make it look a little bit better. We've got our slurry pit here, and we have got a manure pit over there. So I'm going to go to the animal dealer over here, and let's get some cows. So as I said, I can put 500 cows in here, but I don't think I'm going to go all the way for 500. Not really sure which cows to use. I'll just go with the brown Swiss for now. Let's see. I think I'm going to get 200 of the 18 months, and then 50 of the 6 months, and 50 of the newborns. I have no real reason why I do it like that. I'm just like, okay, I don't want to fill up the whole cow barn myself. I'd like some like sort of natural like filling up of the barn. So I'm like okay with that. At least we have like 300 cows, and then I just want to like spread them out. So when some of these get a little bit older, these ones like when these go to 24, at least these will be at 12, these at 6, and you have like a nice variety of cows, like age groups within your cow barn. Wait, already have a cow here. Hello, dude. Were you? He snuck up on me there a little bit. I was like, whoa. Like got you quick. Wow. Okay, we got our cows. Okay. It would be nice to run like one of those mods that show like a lot more cows in the field here. But I think with the scale of operation that I want to do here on Judith Plains, I think I'll crash my computer. So yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with this at the moment. There's quite a few little cows out there. Doesn't look too bad. Not too bad. Um, okay. So I think what we're gonna do then is I'm gonna make some auto drive tracks here quickly, and then also add that to that our JCB that's actually feeding the cow barns at the moment. So I think okay, so we've got some milk on this section over here. They'll go in there. So what we need is to get in there. Okay, we'll make a. I'm just going to make a track through the center for the food and the straw, and I'll make one around that side for the just around this road over here to pick up the slurry and the manure.
Morning on the dirt road, boots on the gravel line, cornrows like a quilt stitch, stretching out past the pines, barn red on the horizon, a hawk turns in the blue, I take a deep breath in, baby, and let that whole world through. No hurry in this country, no clock on my soul, just wind through the wire fence, and a field I know.
So they have created the inner lane for the food and straw. I also added it to the folder for the cow food straw. So we'll see just now if the JCB with the TMR trailer will move along, and he should get to this one and actually get in here and actually start delivering some food here. And now I'll go create the slurry track. Forgot what I was going to say there. So I am doing this with a much smaller vehicle than I would normally use here. It's going to be a bigger tractor with a long trailer on the back. That slurry trailer is quite long. So I just want to make sure I give them enough turning room over here so that they don't knock into that all the time.
Fresh cut air, I can feel it
So I'm just creating a little bit of an outer lane over here. I actually put this manure tank in here because this farm didn't have a manure tank. None of the barns actually had a manure tank on it. So I've put this one here because I'm just trying to test because it doesn't seem to be picking it up, to be honest. So I put it in here and I'm just going to let it run a little bit and see if it actually collects manure, because I am feeding all the cows in our cow barn straw. And to be honest, I actually thought the straw was for like bedding and actually for the comfort of the cows. And then somebody in our community told me that no, it's actually not needed for the cows unless you want to give them manure, get manure out of it. So I had a look and I said, well, okay, cool. My biogas plant wants to take manure, can take manure, and we can make money out of that. And as we know, that is what makes a lot of money on the farm. So I was like, okay, cool. At least I can use that to fill up the biogas plant as well. But when I put that down, it doesn't seem to want to pick it up. So I'm a little bit, I just want to leave it there for a little bit. I did do a bit of the decorating over there just to see if it'll work. We'll keep an eye on it and make sure, just see over time. Sorry, selected the wrong track.
Life. Truck bed full of clover, sun on a silage stack, granddad's worst.
So I think that is all we need for this farm to get the automation correct. I've created the cow 6 and I've called it cow 6 blue slurry just so that I know where it is, because this is cow barn number 6 and we're going to build cow barn number 7 soon. So I think I need to like label them nicely so I know where everything is, because it gets very confusing. And then this is, well, it is cow 6 blue manure, but it is our first manure sort of pickup point. So I haven't got a folder for that yet, so I'll create a folder in due course to put all the manure trailers into it. I'm just going to switch over quickly to our JCB and just actually see where he is and if maybe he's going to come down here. Oh, my word, what timing. As I got there, I was like, oh, he's on number 5, and then obviously he switched to number 6 because he was picking up. And yeah, look, he's on his way. So let's keep an eye on him quickly as he gets down to the blue farm over there, Snowcap Hollow, and see if he drops off food. So then he would have done one complete round already, dropping 45,000 liters of TMR into each of the cow barns. And you see how nice that is? It just does it on his own. While I was busy decorating and faffing around there at the blue farm, he just got all the work done.
Standing under the faded black, river grass by the pasture, cattle in a lane.
And I've made like a sort of, that has to be a one-way because it's the only way in and out of that section. But then I've rather made it a one-way going down this side and then up on the other side of this barn, just to avoid a lot of those traffic jams and too much of a long one-way route. And then it goes nicely past the silo as well, yeah, so they can come down here, drop off at this fermenting silo on this side, and then go around at the back and come back up through the top.
I swear the earth is singing when the season comes alive.
That's why I love the windows on this cow barn. It's so cool. Like all the other cow barns are so like hidden inside, and this one you can just sort of stand on the outside, yeah, and watch him on the inside. I mean, look at that. I don't even have to go inside. Look at that. And dropping off the food, and off it goes. So yeah, so far so good. Everything seems to be working fine. We'll just watch him going out so that I can make sure he gets out nicely. Gotta give them enough space. Yeah, just enough.
No hurry in this country, no clock on my soul, just wind through the wild.
So yeah, I got around the farm there nicely with his long trailer. So I think, well, we'll have to watch maybe if once I get the slurry tractor active, and just to see how he gets around because he's got that slurry trailer is a little bit longer. There goes that noisy plane again. I don't know how much you can hear it in the video. I suppose I'll find out afterwards. But wow, in my headset, it's like all I hear is like that propeller like going like crazy. I think maybe what I'll do is jump into the class there quickly, and get him off to the workshop as well with his trailer. Get that sorted out and just jump in there. I so love this mod now with the ability to just like see everything so easily. It's wonderful. Okay, so I've got the class here, and I think what I'll do with the class, because as I said, I want to make sure we get to more realistic equipment. Just make sure you can get around there. Okay, so I'm going to send him off to the workshop as well. He should be fine to get to the workshop. It just seems a little bit tight this corner here. Normally get it before without an issue. Just maybe the other tractor pulled it a little bit. Okay, there we go. He's passed. I'm going to jump into the MOG. I'm just going to take a drive up to one of our new fields that we purchased when we bought Snowcap Hollow here, and where we're going to add our own new cow farm. See when I get there. This is truly why the MOG is my like run around vehicle on the farm. You know, I love riding around with this tractor everywhere because it can do 90 kilometers per hour. Because if I was doing this with any other tractor, I mean, the JCBs are quick. They can do like 70 and the Fendt are like in the 60s, but it doesn't beat 90. Okay, I'm do some maneuver over here. Be a bit naughty. JCB's like, you see, check JCB slow. Okay, I know he's pulling a trailer. But that's why I love this this MOG. It's so cool, especially on a 4x map. Imagine the 16x. I mean, it takes forever to get anywhere. It does take forever to get anywhere. So yeah, definitely faster vehicles definitely help speed up the time a bit. Park over here on the side. So this is, well, that is our new field. One of the new fields we bought. It's a small one. And then that is our wheat field there in the background. And then just over here is our other cow barn, cow barn and meadow on this side over here. So because I feel this field for what we're doing here is a little bit too slow. And as I said, everything's very noisy on this map. That's where I get like everything happens where I stop, the train like exactly at the right time. I love this track though as it goes around, except when it comes around the other side then plows into my vehicles as they're trying to cross the railway track. So I'm not going to build any roads going across this railway track. Yeah, so I'm just going to sort of paint over this field, flatten it out, and then we're going to put in one of our big cow barns over here. It is quite a big field, so if I just go out quickly. So the field in question is this field at the bottom here. It's field number 67, and it is currently 27.37 acres. So quite a big field for a cow barn. That's the other one I was talking about over here, field 82. I mean, that's 21 acres. So this one's a little bit bigger. And got another one back here that's 16 acres, and this one over here is 19 acres. So of the ones I'm building, this is the biggest of the lot. So it's actually be interesting to see how many cows, because I do have a mod that modifies the cow barn's capacity based on the size of the meadow that you actually provide them. So it's actually beneficial for me to provide a bigger meadow for them. I think these here, one of these have like ability to do like 800 or so, almost 900 cows. So yeah, let's see how this is going to work out. Just going to maybe jump back into the class there quickly. And he's at the workshop. Wrong workshop. I just need to actually build tracks for the other workshop now. I think let's go have a look in the store here quickly. So that is a slurry tanker, I think. Yeah, it's the Samsung over here. So that would normally be 300 horsepower. And it's, okay, so what is equivalent? Okay, roughly yeah, that aeroplane. I'm gonna shoot it down. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a gun mod and I shoot that plane down. Okay, so it currently requires 300 horsepower, and I'm looking, okay, 220. Let's say roughly about this one, yeah, I think. Let's say about, yeah. So this one can take about 35,000 liters. Oh, this is going to kill me. Slurry, because it runs out so quickly. This bike's going to be driving up and down like crazy with this thing. Okay, so it's got a minimum of 35, so we'll take it down to its minimum. 35,000 liters, it is. I think everything else is fine. Customize, yes. And we now have a 35,000 liter slurry tanker, which is going to take an absolute eternity for this bike to collect all the slurry. But let's see how this goes. So I just added the cow slurry 6 onto that cow slurry list. So he should go around and pick up all the slurry. So we'll get around to that building that new cow barn while he does this, and we'll just check in on him a little bit later to make sure that he is getting everything done and not getting stuck in traffic. Don't forget the traffic. I think I'll just actually watch him a little bit. Cow barn 1 is just over here anyway. Just make sure that the trailer is at 35,000. There goes our JCB carrying on to fill up the cow barns. Yeah, so he hasn't gotten stuck yet, and he's off there now to cow barn number 4. Oh gosh, I'm gonna kill a cow. Check at that. Check at that maneuver. You see, he went like right in between all those cows. Didn't touch a single one of them. Look at them. They're all still standing. He's a really good driver. So I'll tell myself that. Don't worry, I'll tell myself that. No cows were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it seems like it'll be there because about 50%, it was like on 18,000. So yeah, this guy is going to do many trips to actually get all these cow ponds, get all the slurry out. Now, I mean, if you think about before, he could handle 500,000 liters. Now he's going to handle 35,000. It'll take a long time. Okay, so we're back here at the field. Let's get to setting up this new cow barn. So luckily, I think the field is actually quite flat, so it'll be easy. I don't think I need to really flatten anything out. There's quite a nice flat area over here. Okay, so the slurry part is here on the left, and the milk pickup, and then the entrance is on the right. Yeah, sorry, do it this way. The entrance is on the right, so you want to get vehicles to go in and out there. If I just bring it over here, you can see there's a gate over there. So yeah, this is a similar one to the ones I have already. Just I'm going to try and put him as far over the side as possible. Enough room. Think about there should be fine. Got enough room to come off the road and for the tractors to turn. Although they can just come straight off the road into there. I think that actually can get them a bit closer. Maybe a little bit in. Okay. Possibly over there. Let's try that. Yes. We definitely do. Okay, let's see how far. I think it ends on this side somewhere here. So I'm going to go this way. And just create enough of an angle for them to actually, the vehicles to get in there from any direction. So I'll do it at an angle. I could go all the way down there, I suppose. Yeah, but we need to have some green belts. You can't have like everything taken up. We can at least have maybe a pathway going through the back there. We've got this weird tree in the way here. I think with that we can leave there. That's fine. So you can hear the cows all the way from here. They must be from the cow barn like just there next door. They make a lot of noise. Okay, let's bring it about there. Let's just get it around this field. Let's leave enough space. Maybe we can create like a bit of a track like I have with the field over here. See on the side where the guys can actually drive around if need be. I wonder what the size of this is going to be. Okay, and I think the animal dealer is just over there. So I'll bring it, and you want the vehicles to be able to turn around and go back out here. I'm just going to take it to about there. Then we take it in. Let's see there. Yeah, it looks okay. Takes a little while to render because it's quite a big one. Yes, we want to plant meadow. And it just escape out of here. Okay, so we have a new monster meadow. I actually just want to go in and get rid of the rest of the field on the outside, otherwise the crop's going to grow. Maybe I should have done that before, but I wanted to try and save some money by not doing it, and then just clearing what I need to clear afterwards, because I knew this meta pot was going to come up. So I just want to see like what this is. Yeah, it should be fine. I still have the auto drive track here from when I had to mow the alfalfa off of this field. I'll have to clear that afterwards, and I'll create like a pathway going through here at the back. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I cleared the field so there's nothing growing anywhere. Cool, so now we have our cow barn. I'm just gonna now create some roads. Just smoothen this off quickly. And then I'm gonna create a road coming in here for them to stop at the pickup points and sort of go around and back out. And then I'll create another road coming in from this side and from this side. So you can go in here, and like I said, I'll create like a road going all the way around the outside.
Life. Let the town stay far behind. Let the dust dance.
Okay, so there we have the road going around the entire cow barn. And we've got our entrances, we've got ability for them to come in and pull over to the side here, and possibly for them also to other vehicles to go past. We just make this a little bit thicker like that. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Cool. Now, just for, I think that's the main access entrances and all of that is done. I'm just going to decorate, put some grass and everything down. See you in a bit.
If I ever get lost again, I'll come back to this life.
So we have the sort of ground layer done, if call it that, and now just to put some other like decorations around, some trees and some shrubs and things like that, make it look a little bit more like a farm, I suppose.
Fresh cut air, fresh cut air. Yeah, I was built for this life. By the porch step, kind of mud still on them. Fence line morning, coffee in my thermos.
And I suppose there we have a decorated field. Last thing I like to do is just add some sort of markings to the roads so they don't look so smooth and like, brand new. So I'm just going to add a little bit of like character to them, I suppose, if you want to call it that.
Like they know my name. Cows in the back lot, chewing slow the same. Sun up, take it easy, let the whole day breathe. Old truck, new miles, out where the field winds speed.
Okay, I think that is all we need to add to this cow farm at the moment. I think there's one more little thing I like to add to my cow barns, and that is a water trough. I'm going to put it over here and we'll see how it plays out. It does look like it's quite angled. Didn't look like the land doesn't look like that, like it might be. Okay, it's not. Looks a little bit flat at the moment, but it is a water trough. You'll see it as soon as maybe I go out, it'll show. Let's see, can we decorate this a bit? No, get a little bit muddy around the edges. The cows love to play in the water here. Always can't understand why they don't give you water for the cows. Poor cows. It gets so hot in summer. Okay, so that is our new cow barn. There we go. Aerial view, massive meadow, cow barn, entrances. I'll just jump into the MOG here quickly, and we can take a drive around quickly, see what it looks like, and then we can see how many cows are actually going to be in there at the moment. Yeah. Look at all the trees and the grass and everything, and we'll drive up this side and out that curve over there, or you can go all the way around the back of the farm now as well, and maybe make some a path like just crossing over here somewhere so you can get from this side to that side if need be, if I want more vehicles to get hit by the train. So yeah, you can see inside there, nicely decorated. Yeah, looks. I think it looks okay. Doesn't look too bad. Quick job, sorry. Spinning the camera around too quickly there. Yeah, and then I'll create a auto drive. Maybe I should have actually just done it while I was here. I'm driving all the way around, and I could have just been recording the auto drive track right now. Okay, oversight. Yeah, cool. So you've got a track going all the way around. I'll delete that auto drive track over there, and you can come back on the road this side. And you can enter the farm from this side to fill up the food. So you can open it from here. No, I have to get out. Just open up all the gates here quickly. Suppose maybe what I should do is create the track from here already at least then, while we're going through the farm.
Open fields and cows, where the heart slows down. Open fields and cows, I can hear.
I was thinking you can actually see right out the top of that cow barn. And this is actually why I created this sort of angular route here, because then you can just turn around and out they come.
Open fields and cows, that's my kind of loud. Cadillac squeaking when I swing it wide. Dust on my jeans legs that don't need to hide. Creek runs shallow past the willow tree. Every little burden falls right off of me. Sun up, take it.
And I think besides the back road, I think these are all created now. I've created the labels, so for the milk truck, slurry, and then we've got the food inside. I'm going to take a drive over to the other side to make sure that I connected up the main road on that side. I don't think I did. Just go have a look there quickly. Yep, I think that is everything. I mean, the only thing I think I would need to do is add these to their relevant folders. So we've got cow 7 food here. I just need to move it into the food one. So now we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, cow barn 3 is an automated one, so that's why it's not here. So 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can close that. I've got slurry 7 as well. Yeah, I think that's everything. So all intents and purposes, if one of the food trucks, if the food guy or the slurry guy is actually coming, they should now move on to this one and actually come and take the slurry and fill up the food. So I think for last here is just to quickly go and see. Actually, let's go take a walk over to this. Well, take a drive over to the animal section where we can buy the animals here and see how many cows We can actually fit in this barn. Sure. 1,185 cows. Okay, that's a big meadow. That's a big cow barn. I don't even know if I have enough money. Yeah, this has cost me a lot of money. I think we started the episode at around 2.4 million or something, and I've already gone through like 1.2 million. So this is a episode of spending money, and then these things better start making me a lot of milk soon. Not soon, yeah. I know in a couple of months. Yeah, and can hold 2 million liters of slurry, 800,000 straw, and 1.7 million liters of food. So as per the other one, I'm going to try to do about 50 or 60% of the, fill it up 50, 60%, and then see if I can actually afford that. That was so weird. Normally you like stand on the trigger to like get it like going, and this one's like when you stand on the trigger, it's like, no, it doesn't want to work. I'm like, really? I was like panicking. I'm like, oh, don't tell me I did all of that, and then I'm not going to be able to do it. So I think, yeah, maybe let's get some Holstein cows here. Mix them up a little bit. Um, okay, so I'm going to look at getting about 600, 650 cows. So we, that's a lot of money. I don't know if I'll be able to get that many cows. I think I can afford that many cows. How many can I buy at once? 250. Okay, let's buy. Go big or go another 150 of these. So it means we'll have 400 cows that are ready to produce. And then 400, and then I'll do 100 of each of the others. So that's 600 cows. Bank balance is going down very quickly. Very, 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 very quickly. It's okay. Sure, we'll make some money soon. I'm sure I've got some milk to go fetch from the other farms, so I can sell some milk soon. Okay, there we go. Okay, what's that? Like 600 cows, and yeah, they should breed nicely and eventually give me some milk. Oh, there's a cow in the distance. And as you can see on the side here, 600 cows, sexual maturity, 30 reproduction rate. Okay, it still probably has to calculate some of that stuff. And yeah, that's our second new cow barn for this episode. So this one we built from scratch. The other one we just populated because it was part of the Blue Farm. And yeah, I think maybe just lastly, before we pack up for this episode, is I'm just going to go and have a look and see what's happening with my slurry trailer, my class. Oh, there he is. What's he doing? Oh my word, he has gotten stuck here all this time and has not done anything. I wonder why. Ah, yeah, I have a problem. I think my biogas plant is full of digestates. So I can't actually even pick up any slurry at the moment. Oh gosh, I got problems. I got problems. I got big problems actually. Uh, there is a lot of digestate in this biogas plant, and I can't actually get to sell it anyway. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can get like a cell phone because I don't have enough fields to actually use this on. I suppose I'll check in the next episode to see if we can get rid of some of this digestate somewhere or actually use it on some of these fields. But yeah, we have a lot, like something like 20 something million liters. Let's have a look at the food guy, the JCB. Okay, so he is on his way. Yeah, what I'm going to do, just to jumpo it at the moment, just so we can see if he's actually going to do it. I'm going to select number 6, which is where he would have. This is the one just before 7. I just want to make sure that my tracks are all correct for that new cowboy number 7. So let me just fill up here. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he gets around to that barn and actually fills up. Not sure why he picked number 4 there. He went from 6, so he decided, no, let's go to 4. Let me just send him where I want to send him. Cool, we'll just keep an eye on him, and I'll see you when he gets to the new cowboy. He seems like he's okay. He hasn't given me an error to say that he can't get there. So all seems well.
Let the whole day breathe. Old truck, new miles. Out where the field wind speaks. Open fields and cows. That's my kind of loud. Open fields and cows. Where the heart slows down. Open fields and cows. I can hear myself now. Open fields and cows.
Cool. So dropped off food in our new cow barn, and we'll continue doing so until food runs out. That what 50,000 liters or whatever it dropped off in this cow barn. Didn't even touch sides. It was like nothing. Doesn't even register in there. I mean, we can just have a quick look here. It's like there's like literally nothing. Okay, but there's a bit of food. At least there's 45,000. They can eat. They can eat. I'll have to let it like fill up a little bit more. So yeah, I think I'll call that the end of this episode. It was more of a creator episode just to show you how I create some of the stuff I do on the farm. And I hope it was interesting and informative. And thank you for watching. And hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.